It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. We're set for football, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's own defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Barkley, inside handoff. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here's Hurts to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught. Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say,
tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A quick throw, but incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Being chased out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Nolan Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Jackson now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as a tackle made at the 18. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. Well, the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. To throw is Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, They've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Jake Elliott 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They go play action now. Jackson, flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
They go play action with Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And a gain of 5. And it's second down.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up second down at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
13 yards.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Henry again on second down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
63.
Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he's across midfield to the 48. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hurts. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw again is Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop the throw. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll roll him out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days.
Nolan Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got him in. It's Brown. this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Hurts looking to change the play. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
63, 63, 63.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one's complete to Smith. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run forward with Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football,
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 50 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle with Barkley. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And Barkley will try to punch it in. There he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. a touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Well, he's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nolan Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
10 at the 17-yard line.
Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw again. Out route pass complete to Goddard. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They go play action with Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
King, Phil King.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Second down and 4. They'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On second and 10. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Hurts on the option right. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Eagles.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming. Now a timeout. Called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off. Ain't no other king in this rap thing, make siblings, nothing but my children. When they disappearing, I'm in a city with a flag be getting thrown like it was passing.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Brings up second down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackled by Christian Fulton.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
You have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Back to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. He's got them.